Hello, Maru, I'm Jakavya, and I have with me somebody who is so lovely. मैं उनको पहले भी मिली हूँ, and now he's here again in Ahmedabad. पहले तो how are you doing?
Very well, very well. How are you?
And it's lovely. I'm better now that I've seen you.
Hey, please, so sweet.
And my first question to you is कि पहले तो this film we are all looking forward to it.
Thank
There
you.
were a little delays and everything which happened, but
Yeah.
now finally the date is out. What is your feeling? And one thing I want to ask you is that ऐसी script जब आप पढ़ते हो as an actor, as somebody who is so creative, आपका पहला reaction क्या होता है?
Uh, my first reaction when I read the script was I was kind of shocked.
Right.
I was shocked because I knew of this tragedy very briefly.
Right. Okay.
And I, like most of them, knew much more about the riots than the genesis of the riots.
Right.
So when I read the script, when I was also presented with a lot of the
Data, right.
and research material, I was scared because I was trying to put myself in the position that I am in today. That if I do this film, um, what will people say? Will people call this a propaganda film? Will people call me, or will people tell me that, oh my God, he's sold his soul, or he's catering to a political narrative? But then by the end of it, I realized that, you know, all this noise cannot dictate what I organically feel about the film. I wanted to go out there and tell a story which, unfortunately, no one had.
Right. Very true.
There are hundreds of documentaries, there are hundreds of articles published, not just in our country but internationally also. And there is so little or probably nothing about the Sabarmati Express
True.
and those 59 people. Those 59 people, as I'm saying again and again, 59 people, unfortunately, they are mere statistics. We have not been able to sort of give them any form of justice even posthumously.
True.
And that's a shame, collectively, as a country.
राइट वेरी ट्रू और इसीलिए भारत के रहने वाले भारत की बात बता रहे हैं द ट्रेलर
जी।
स्टार्ट्स विद
जी।
दैट फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल लाइक अगेन आई वुड लाइक टू कंग्रेचुलेट यू 16+ million views on the trailer before I came in for the interview. I just checked it, but Vikrant, you are playing a journalist.
Yes.
I am one in some way.
Yeah.
How is that feeling? Because see, you're also talking about yellow journalism in that, in some way or the other. While I was looking at the trailer, that's what I felt. What is your take on that, on the whole journalism scenario that's going on your role as a journalist also?
See, this film is sort of based in 2002,
Right.
which is almost an entire generation away.
Right. I
Things-
was merely 7 years old.
7 years
Yeah.
old at that time. I was 15 years old.
Oh, okay.
So things were different back then. And if you remember correctly, the unfortunate incident of Godhra was the first. That was the first time you actually saw live telecast of
True.
news.
Very true. Very true.
उसके पहले टेप्स जाती थी. उसके पहले वही एक टाइम था जब लाइव एक्चुअली शुरू हुआ था.
True.
So technology was new. You know, we were all adapting to it. But coming back to today, technology is like everywhere. We are all dependent on it in so many ways. But things remain the same. There are so many ulterior motives. There are so many organizations that claim to be truthful but are nothing more than business houses.
Very true.
TRPs are far more important than the truth.
The facts.
Yeah, the facts.
Very true.
TRPs are far more important. Every news channel, and this I say it on a very lighter note because I'm amused that nobody's actually paid attention to it, that all the news channels are number one.
Exactly. How can everybody be
Yeah.
number one? Yeah. Who is number
Everybody
two?
is number one.
True.
But nonetheless, see, jokes apart, or probably keeping my cynicism apart, I think we need to understand that, or rather the media needs to understand that the people of this country are dependent on them.
True. They are trusting them, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Very true.
They are dependent on them. But what are they doing with that faith, with that trust?
And I remember there's one interaction that you have in the trailer also, ki everybody's trusting you. How can you do something like this, right? So it's really very good and sad at the same time how media is functioning at the moment. But yes, coming back to the story, when you're choosing such topics wherein there's a lot of personal faith attached, there are a lot of personal things attached, as an actor, how do you maintain that sanity when it comes to such topics?
It's tough, you know, when you're recreating unfortunate incidents like these.
Yeah.
Like we had to recreate 27th February 2002,
Two.
the train burning of the Sabarmati Express. It was tough, it was challenging. You know, you are automatically transported to that time. And though you are recreating it, there is no comparison.
Absolutely.
But you're still, as an actor, you tend to put yourself in that place at that point in time. So it's challenging, it's very tough. But as an actor, as you said, you use the word faith, and rightfully so. So thank you for that. You have faith in your narrative. You have
Very
faith in your intentions, or why you want to go out there and tell a story. So yeah, we are just a week away.
Yes.
Not even a week actually,
Yeah.
just 4 days away.
Yes, absolutely.
And yeah, we just hope that this film sheds light on what actually happened,
Yeah.
why it happened, what was the role of the media, and just to honor those 59 people, because they are not just numbers. They were people. They were living beings. They had their families.
True.
They had dreams. They had aspirations like you and I. But nobody even thinks of them. So I hope we understand that, or we probably take a lesson or a cue from what happened through this film, that something like this should never ever happen again.
Right.
And for once I hope that people from both the sides, from both left and right, just forget their political ideologies.
Very true.
Just forget their inhibitions for those 2 hours 15 minutes and just watch this film and honor those 59 people.
Very true. And it's so nice, like, to listen to him talk to me about the film. Lastly, I would like to ask you to give one message to our viewers, to our audiences, about the film. And I'm sure I'm going to go and watch it because
Thank you. Please.
I'm a fan for
Thank
life.
you. Thank you.
So,
मैं हिंदी में कहूँगा लोगों
बिल्कुल.
से.
By the way, ये पूरे फिल्म में he has spoken such amazing हिंदी. मैं
नहीं, ऐसा
डर
कुछ
रही
नहीं,
थी.
बहुत मेहनत की है
मैं
उसके
डर
लिए.
रही थी आपके पास आने के लिए कि मैं आपके साथ हिंदी में बात करूंगी तो पक्का I'm going to
नहीं
fumble or
नहीं,
something.
वो एक्टिंग वाली हिंदी है. बहुत मेहनत करनी पड़ती है उसके लिए.
बिल्कुल.
बहुत रीटेक्स भी होते
Yes.
हैं. पर मैं गुजरात की जनता से ही नहीं, पूरे भारत देश की जनता से ये कहना चाहूँगा कि 15 नवंबर को द साबरमती रिपोर्ट आपके नज़दीकी सिनेमाघरों में आ रही है. ये फिल्म उस दुर्भाग्यवश इतिहास की कहानी है जिसे बहुत आसानी से लोग भूल गए. उम्मीद यह है कि आप ये फिल्म देखेंगे, उन 59 लोगों को सिर्फ आंकड़ों की तरह नहीं देखेंगे, बल्कि आपके और मेरी तरह जीते जागते इंसानों की तरह देखेंगे, उनको याद करेंगे, उनको श्रद्धांजलि देंगे. और जो हमारे देश की मीडिया है उसको शायद आप एक अलग नज़रिए से देखेंगे. तो उम्मीद करता हूँ कि आप अपने घर वालों के साथ आएँ 15 नवंबर को, इस फिल्म को देखें और थोड़ा विचार करें और लोगों से कहें भी कि ये फिल्म देखें. कहना बहुत कुछ है, पर मेरे ख्याल से इस फिल्म के ज़रिए हमने बहुत सारी बातें कह दी हैं. तो प्लीज़ 15 नवंबर को सिनेमाघरों में जाके द साबरमती रिपोर्ट देखें. थैंक यू.
Thank you so much for having this conversation with me.